Hello y'all, it's me again, Wolfgang Gamer, and welcome to Gamer's Black and White Forest Chess Lessons. This is the Journey to Chess Mastery series. Hope you find this information informative, clear, and understandable. And let's get started with our next position, last position for imbalances. You watch these videos over and over, you'll start sinking the information in. You'll memorize all 7 imbalances. So without looking, see if you can do this. We got first imbalance, minor pieces, interplay between bishops and knights, making one of your pieces better than theirs, or all your pieces better than theirs. Second one is pawn structure, which involves double pawns, triple pawns, isolated pawns, backward pawns, etc. Third one, space, taking territory over a certain area of the board. Fourth is, let's see, what did we say before this? Material, and that's having pieces of more value. Like, let's say they took your bishop, but you took their knight and bishop. You got pieces of more value on theirs than they do of yours. They got 3 points, you got 6. You know what I'm saying? So I want to make sure I put in the right position. Oh snap, I did. Bishop looks like a dagger if you think about it. Okay. So that was material advantage. So minor pieces, pawn structure, space, material, files and squares. Files for the rooks, ranks, diagonals for the bishops, holes like this one for the knight. Development, having more pieces out in a certain area of the board than your opponents, like to have 2 pieces develop here than they do. You got a knight here and a bishop here, to have nothing in the central area. They got a bishop here, but it's far back here. And initiative, deciding the tempo of the game. Okay, I'm going to make a threat here, you got to respond to it. That's having the initiative. So we got minor pieces, bishops and knights. These knights, this one's really good. You can always hop later on, although he will have to worry about this bishop coming to f8 bishop coming to g7. But this is a hole for the knight, an outpost for the knight. That's what he likes, his outposts. And he's centralized. He's attacking this d6 square and c5 square, and f6 hole. This is considered a hole. We'll get there in on the what do you call it, the 5th imbalance. For now we got bishop, which when this knight moves, he's gonna have a long diagonal range, which will be good. This pawn's getting ready to either take him, thereby opening up the bishop, or move out of the way eventually. This knight's, I don't know what he's got planned. He could go here, attacking the light squares, here defending this knight, and attacking this f5 square. He's not so good yet, but he can become later on. This knight is, he's pretty good. He's on a very good square, attacking the central squares. This one's off to the side. That is not a good knight. He's going to want to get himself off the side. A knight on the rim is dim. This bishop is going to want to get involved too. Maybe by eventually pushing this out and putting the bishop over here to pin the knight. This bishop is definitely going to want to come over here and take advantage and get over here on this open diagonal, taking advantage of those dark squares. especially if, when he does that, if this bishop comes over here, or here, and this knight, this pawn gets out of the way, you're going to have a weak pawn to attack. So, put him back. So that's the minor pieces. Now we have pawn structure. We have a backward pawn right here. I believe that's a backward pawn. I'm not too sure. I think that's a backward pawn. We'll get into those details about pawn structure once we get into the imbalances. The next video we'll be talking about minor pieces. That's the first imbalance. We're going to be going into some details, learning some tricks about making these pieces very effective, what kind of position they like to be in, and how to make that position happen. Pawn structure. We don't have no isolated pawns. We have a backward pawn right there. This one is definitely a backward pawn. White doesn't have no pawn weaknesses. The pawn can be defended. This pawn can be defended. But this pawn, however, cannot be defended. He comes up here. He's not going to have a pawn to defend himself. He doesn't even have a pawn. This pawn's pushed way past him. So this makes that a backward pawn. Isolated pawns, no. Double pawns, triple pawns, no. Pass pawns, no pass pawns. Okay, so pawn structure's out of the way. We have space. White's got some central space and some queenside space along with black. Got these two pawns taking some kingside space. Black does have a little bit of, well, white has this pawn, this square, and the pawn attacking that square, c5 square. Black has the bishop backing the queen, backing the pawn, attacking the square. So if this pawn gets pushed up, and it gets pushed up again, and these three are still there, then he could take, and he takes. Well, queen couldn't take, but if the bishop was backing her up, or if the queen was backing the bishop up, if the queen was here and the bishop was here, the bishop would be able to take, because if the knight takes, the queen takes. But they still got a lot of good influence on that, this diagonal. So, yeah, they both got some somewhat queenside space. The bishop's got this diagonal, so he's attacking a lot of queenside space too. He's got this square on the queen side, the bishop. If that knight moves, the bishop's got that diagonal. The queen and the bishop and the pawn. Once the pawn moves out of the way. So that's space. Got some kingside, central space, some queenside space. Space, though, is more, I think, along the lines of the pawns taking control of the space. So, kingside space and central space. White's got more centralized space because of that pawn. Minor pieces. We got minor pieces, pawn structure, space, material. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Materials even. That was the fourth one. Material, having pieces of more value than the other, being up a pawn or two, or being up a whole rook. 5 is files and squares. Open files for your rooks. This one's, well, okay, wait, no. This is half open E file. This half open C file, so the rook will want to come down here. And eventually, this rook will want to come over here. Maybe push this pawn up, get the pawn out of the way, attack on the E file, the queen and the king, because they're lined up on the same file. This could potentially become a bad pawn if white doesn't play it right, because the rook will come down here. Maybe push this pawn and exchange it, making a weak pawn, you know what I'm saying? Maybe come down here on open file. If he comes over here, he pushes this one down with the idea of coming over here and then attacking, taking him off the board, making that a backward pawn. File squares and holes. That's a hole for the knight. Maybe even the knight coming down here would be a weak hole for white to take advantage of. Okay, development is our 6th one, and it's involving have more pieces out than your opponent. They're both equal in development, although this can kind of not be counted as developed because he's only off on the side. He's not effectively here or here. He's like just one square next to where he originally would have started. Boom, boom. So it's like he went here and then went back here. He's on the side. It's not good. He's on the back, but at least he can actually come into the action. You know, he's kind of developed somewhat. He could go to another effective square though. Maybe this knight can because he can come back too, you know, so it's not entirely too bad. Development, again, is having more pieces out on the board than your opponent and or on a specified area of the board. Like more pieces out on the king side than your opponent or the queen side or the central files. And our last one is initiative. It's dictating how the game's going to go, the tempo of a game. I make a move and it's a threat, you respond to it. I threaten here, you respond to it. You have the initiative when you can do that. So, what's that word I'm looking for? Refreshing our memory again, going through it, all the imbalances. Minor pieces, pawn structure, space, material, files and squares, development, and initiative. Minor pieces, pawn structure, space, material, files and squares, development, initiative. One more time. Minor pieces, pawn structure, space, material, files and squares, development, and initiative. All 7 of those. Remember those, because we're going to go into some details, and it's going to sharpen your skills big time. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I will see y'all in the next video. The next video we will be talking about minor pieces. The battle between bishops and knights. Take care. God bless. Have a good day or night wherever you're at in the world. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.